Hi, it's Ken again here with another look at my collection. Uh, Another video in the classic albums videos, which I show albums I think are classics. Also, I seem to have multiple versions of them. So if you like what you see, subscribe. Any comments are greatly accepted about this album. And without further ado, I'll push on. I'm going to start with my CDs. I've got two CD packages here, and then a box set coming out a bit later. This is the 2003 version, which is in a slipcase. No problem getting out of. There you go, it's coming out, coming quietly. Or perhaps not. Well, we'll leave that lot. So that's in the slipcase, which I'll remove later. This is the 2013 version, 10 years later. This is the one with the Steven Wilson remix and on a Blu-ray, I do believe. This is a nicer package, I think, than the first one. There's a lot of repeat of outtakes and stuff and single versions, as is a theme with Yes reissues, I think, which perhaps could be improved. So that's that's 2003 and that's 2013. On to my vinyls now. When I first bought the album, I bought a slightly cheaper and not gatefold version. As you can see, it's fine and it plays brilliantly. So that was it. It was one of the first albums I bought when it got behind serious albums, and I loved it then. I loved it now, and it is in my top 5 albums of all time, I think, and that's why it's making its way on here. And we've got so many versions of it, I guess can't resist. So that's my original one I bought way back in the 70s, when progressive rock was just progressive rock. It was just pop and progressive rock and perhaps dance and reggae, really, that sort of stuff. In the old record shops used to go and buy with my pocket money in those days, and then my first wages, which I can still remember what my first wage was. I was an apprentice fiddler and turner, and it was £11. I used to go and get a little paper envelope with it with the £11 and then go off and buy a record, usually for under a couple of quid, like, you know. So that's a long time ago. Then when I got seriously cracking Yes records, when I got original gatefold because of this. One of the most fabulous record sleeves ever. Roger Dean, of course, the artist, if you don't know, and I suspect you do. And this is still a fantastic album. So there you go, that's a double gatefold original version. And we come to the last couple now, and this is the I bought the Steven Wilson remix box sets of the 5 albums he did. One on another cycle now, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is the out of the box set. This is the Steven Wilson remix, which is fine. It had something to it. I'm a great believer in Steven Wilson's efforts. You can't have too many versions, I think. You know, you always got the original to fall back on, and you don't have to buy it if you don't want to, do you? And I like what they do with the covers as well. They didn't do quite as good as this on all of them, but Roger Dean updating if that's the word. So there you go. I probably know it's only 3 tracks, Close to the Edge, And You and I, and Sound Chaser. I think Sound Chaser. We're going mad. So here we go. We're up to the. It's not Sound Chasers. Here we go. I'm doing. So if you didn't catch it, we're Sound Chaser itself. Another album. Oh God, I must be getting old. 3 tracks there. Which one of them I managed to get wrong, which shows my age. This is the most recent of the box sets. We're awaiting the Tales of Topographic Oceans coming up in the new year, which is going to be a bit bigger than this. This involves an original LP, and as you can see, 4 CDs and DVDs and everything. You know what I mean? You got the lot. You got the bollocks here, to be honest. and it's a nice package, and I do like the way they do it with these hard covers. Sometimes I do find it's been a little hiccup for me when I pull out the LP. Sometimes because it's got an inner sleeve as well, it catches on the thing, and it sometimes there's a capacity if you're not really careful to tear the sleeve. And these are not brilliant. I do like what Who do, but I'd like more of this sort of stuff, please. Do it again, but they're in actually sleeves. These are fine. I got no big gripe with these, but I prefer the things. If anyone Yes is listening, I doubt that they are. Yes, organisation. So that's the recent, to finish this, that's the recent box set, if you want. And I've got all the others. I've got Fragile and Yes album. No way to. I hope they don't stop at 5 though, because that's what seems to happen with all these reissues from Yes. You go through those 5: Yes album, Fragile, Close to the Edge, Tales of Tropic Oceans, and Relay It, and then you don't get any more. So I hope they push on for one of my favourite albums going for the one. But there you go. That's me. As I said, if you like what you see, subscribe, and I will be back along in the future with another classic album look at. As I said, it's these are multiple collections I got in my collection of one album. That's my Wolverine classic, I suppose. So I'll see you next time.